3, 2, 1.
Hi, welcome back to Show Me Trucks. In this video, I get to go to a sweet barn and pick as much truck parts as I can put in a box. At the beginning of this video, I'm gonna walk you guys around. This place is crazy. I hope you guys enjoy. And then later in the video, I'll show you all the parts, but I do need some help trying to figure out what some of these parts are. So don't be afraid to comment if you guys see something or notice that I'm calling something the wrong part. Let's get into this video. So let me show you the, I'd say cooler stuff first. Or actually like 68 to 72 Chevy C10 truck windows. These are just some bumper brackets. I don't even know what they go to. The same, I don't know what this cover plate goes to, but I thought it was cool. And if I do make a skid plate for the 67, maybe I'll use that. I like how it stands. Pretty thick. So, all right, let's get into this mess. If anyone knows any of these parts, what they go to, let me know. Because I know a couple things. I kind of grabbed the stuff that I know. And then the other stuff I kind of just grabbed because it was cheap. And maybe I would use it later. But if anyone knows if this is the spring hinge I need for my 51 Chevy Suburban, I don't know if they're supposed to have open slots or maybe that's to something else. I could only find one. I really hope it's the right one because I got another turn signal. This one is not as nice, but again, it's there. These brackets, I am not sure what they go to, but I thought they'd be kind of like nice license plate brackets or maybe use them for something else, but there's a couple in there. There is a license plate bracket with a hinge. I'd say that's, you know, one of those slide out window brackets. Some of these little brackets I just got, alternator bracket, you know, some exhaust hangers. Some of these knobs and handles I thought were cool. You know, a couple of them are cool, a couple are, you know, whatever. This one, I don't know. I'm a little confused if that's like for a tool. These, you know, aren't that fancy. This one looks pretty cool. You know, I like more of the Art Deco stuff. So some of these are bead rolling tips for a Miller bead roller, I guess. I wish that was there, but it wasn't. If you saw my transmission build, you know that I didn't have near enough pieces to hammer in bushings, so I got some of these. Another little bracket. Some of this is just for the metal, you know, but this is actually some kind of bushing, but I will use it to hammer stuff in. Let's work our way up. Some brass door knob just because. And then a shifter knob that I thought looked kind of nice. Gear. Some of these little ends, a bunch of glass lenses. I liked some of these. I left all the plastic ones. I kind of just wanted the glass ones. I wish I had another piece for this, but these are all glass. I think that one's plastic though. So, you know, maybe I'll throw some lights on the Suburban. I really like these glass ones. I thought those looked nice. So I got 3 of those and then 2 of these. But again, I don't know if those are going to fit in there. But if they do, cool. Some little light. A whole box of springs and some snap rings. And that was really handy. I always like the hardware. That's the one thing I do regret. I wish I would have bought more hardware. Just filled up a whole box. My box was so heavy that I had 2 of these storage bins together and I thought the bottom was going to blow out. I had to drag it through the yard to get it out. But I was paying it by the box, so obviously. This light, anyone knows what this goes to. I have no idea. I still have no idea. But I thought it looked all right. I totally regret this. This is like something that would go on a 67 to 72 truck. And they had the arm there. And I don't know why, but we were talking and I skipped over the arm. I didn't take it back. So I really bummed on that because I like 67 arms. Mirror arms are a little special. This mirror, anyone knows this one? I don't really know. It's got some little tabs on it. And then I like how it looks, but I don't know what it goes to. And building all these trucks, some of this old patina stuff, it's hard to get. So I just was like, I'm just going to buy it all. And so some rear view mirrors. This little accessory one, I would assume, because it bolts on funny. Look pretty cool. I know this seems dumb, but a whole cluster is all hooked up to this wire. So I was like, I'm going to take them all. Hose clamps. Obviously, that stuff gets expensive. I just liked how they looked a little different because, you know, this is your normal, like, hose clamp. But I like how these have these little springs in them. More and more springs. These are brake kits. I got to research and see what they even go to. But hopefully they are GM or Chevy stuff or similar enough I can use them on that. So I gotta do some research on these. These pedals are pretty close to the pedal that I used in the 36 over here because, you know, I probably paid $5 or something for the pedal I put in there. Some tools that he had, I don't even know what some of these are, but I actually don't have a big hacksaw, so I'm pretty happy to grab this old one. A whole cluster of brand new hacksaw blades. I don't know, this saw, I like this little wrench that was in there. Not sure where it goes to. Some fan blades, a hinge. This bushing kit, I don't know what it goes to, and I don't see any numbers on it, so that was a little bit of a downer. This gigantic tap handle, probably never used it, but I thought it was cool. Again, I don't know what these spring compressors are to, or if that's exactly what they are. Went ahead and grabbed them. My 67 pile back here, so if you saw on this truck, I had to weld on that filler neck back there. So now I know that it's handy to keep some of these. So I was pretty happy to find that. You know, some turn signal arms and some latches. I did need these for my 67. These are turn signal lenses. These are Dodge shackle bolts, I guess, which I'm real confused if that's all that holds it on. That's, to me, a little crazy instead of having it on both sides. So who knows? Obviously, I haven't worked on a Dodge, but might as well grab them. They're labeled. That was kind of some of the stuff that I was like, I'll never figure out what it goes to. I didn't grab, and it was missing stuff. Some of these shackles, I don't know if these are the same, but I got 4 boxes of these 35 to 50 shackles. So they seem like cars. They don't seem like the trucks, but man, I hope they work on my Suburban. That'd be cool. Now, let's get over to this pile. You know, so much electronic parts that most of it I will never use, for sure. I'm going to go through it, pick out some of it for Chevy, you know, 6 cylinders and stuff that I could possibly use, and maybe keep one of some of the others just in case I get a random truck. But I like some of these exhaust clamps just because they're a little different. Some little heavy duty ones. Just a little different than that normal one you see at the store. Some distributor caps over here. New, you know. Most of these are in the boxes. Still, this shim setup, which Corvair toe shims, I don't know. But I thought that was interesting. Obviously, I don't want to go through every single box for you, but a bunch of distributor parts, rotors, and these are like HEI coils. So you can see like in here, some replacement coils. I don't know, I think there's like 6 in here. A little coil bracket if you run the old school coil. And if you run an old school coil, which there is no cylinder coil like I would want, I was kind of hoping there was. Don't worry, I have plenty and plenty of boxes of points, which I know are handy, but apparently he just bought them by the case and kept them around. I guess that goes in some kind of distributor. Again, I don't know on some of this. Some dimmer switches, which they look like they are the same ones that go in the 36, but obviously I got that one working, so now I have 2. I like this little Holly box. It's like a little jet for the Holly carb. More distributor parts. Tons of like Toyota stuff in here that I don't know, don't care. I'll be selling it off. I don't ever plan on having a Toyota or a Love or anything like that, but you know, little condensers and capacitors and stuff. So, carb aerators. I just thought that was cool that they're still all together. I'll probably have to read up and find out what that actually does. I don't even know where you put that in the setup. I was psyched on these. These are GM, still in the box. Caps. You know, these would be lights on top of your cab. But I like this receipt. I thought it was cool. From 1980. And trust me, I didn't pay that much for them, so that was cool. I'm guessing this is a brake switch or something. You know, a little horn button if you ever want to put one of those cheesy horn buttons on there. Some starter rebuild piece. Again, more points. Whatever these are, these go down in your distributor. Right in here. There's a ton of them here, like 10. So I don't know. Some regulators up in here. A bunch of vacuum pieces. These also would go on the side of your distributor to help your advance. Some brake switches. I thought this was pretty handy. This is a neutral safety switch. These are kind of get a little pricey. All this stuff gets a little pricey, but old thermostat. Some of this stuff is like, I left a lot of stuff that I would not use. You know, some of these old gaskets and stuff that, to me, I wouldn't put on an engine. And then a bunch of brushes. A bunch of this stuff is not open, so I don't totally know, but relays and brushes and things like that. Again, I will just keep some, get rid of the rest. I think he's scrapping out most of the rest of the stuff that he had. He had said he had a couple car guys that he's going to try to get to grab all that Ford Model A axles and stuff like that. I don't think I showed you yet. I got some number stamps, which will be really handy soon for a different project. Just to give you perspective, all these parts, that shelf, and that ladder cost me what? This U-joint for the truck cost. So, if that gives you any perspective on why rebuilding these trucks gets so expensive, all these little parts will eat you up. So it's kind of nice. Hopefully keep some of this in hand. Really thankful for that guy for passing things along. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys know any of this stuff that looks more rare or is hard to find, let me know. That way I don't have to do as much research. And again, I'm probably just going to keep a lot of it for myself and then take whatever I definitely feel like I will never use to Carlisle.